here for today. I realized we forgot to include one audience in this, and that's YouTube. I just started YouTube just now. Usually I start it in the intro. I started them just now, so come on, YouTube. Catch up along. There they go. Welcome back. Welcome here. Welcome on to KSLA News 12 First Alert with a breakdown. I got the whole gang here together. YouTube, I got KSLA.com, and I got everybody watching our live stream. Hi, I'm meteorologist Evan Thomason. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. It's another sunny day for the ArkLaTex, and sunny for most places around us, honestly, as well. We're hyping ourselves in for the weekend, both in terms of looking forward to some more sunshine, blue skies, but boy, the heat. Oh man, brace yourselves in for a very toasty weekend overall. We're talking high temperatures over 90 degrees. Excuse me, putting us right back into summer. Oh man, it's gonna be bad, honestly. We're talking record-breaking heat for October, especially. Humidity's not gonna be too bad, at least, but it's not going to make too much of a difference when you have that much heat out across the ArkLaTex. All right, so here's the breakdown here for our last show of the work week. We're looking forward to, again, a local sunny weekend forecast here for you that's going to be filled with lots of sports. Yeah, we got the forecast for lots of your favorite ArkLaTex football teams that are going to be playing mostly at home this weekend. A good amount of them coming off of the bye week as well. So we'll be intrigued with that. LSU has a nice matchup that our own chief meteorologist, Matt Jones, is attending. If you catch him there, you can maybe catch him there. Or if you catch him there, that'd be cool. It would be cool. They take on Ole Miss here later on Saturday night. All right, so let's get straight into the local ArkLaTex forecast, shall we? Another blue sky look outside again here for today. That can be found on our Mattress Plus Sky camera outside. And yeah, it's been this way for now 2 weeks and 2 days. Still haven't had any measurable rainfall since September. It's been a completely dry and blank October. And I will say, this has increased our drought a little bit around here as well. That's something to watch out for, especially heading more into next week. I've increased more of a moderate drought across the majority of the region. Temperature is 77 in Shreveport, 75 Natchitoches. Nice and comfortable, but just starting to get a little more on the warmer side of things as we head into almost lunchtime here in just over an hour, 2 hours maybe. Depends on what time you eat lunch. 70 in Center. There's one consistency with that, and again, that's plenty of sunshine. That's going to carry us on throughout the rest of the day and into your weekend. The one thing that changes, though, over the whole course of the 7 days is the temperatures. That is going to be the main game breaker. All right, so temperature trend. What this map is basically showing us is temperatures all across the United States, but this is all in regards to hotter than average and cooler than average temperatures for all of the respective locations. Now, all those shades of red and yellow, and especially red, are hotter than average, which it's going to be way hotter than average here for the weekend. You see that map here on for tomorrow afternoon and evening and continuing on into Sunday too. But this is not just to pinpoint that, but this is to pinpoint a big cold front rushing in here for the first part of next week. And it's going to keep things cool around here at least throughout the majority of the work week as well. I won't spoil exactly what we're going down to, but I will say it's getting very, very chilly. Also, props to the cold front, because it's mainly attacking areas off to our east. You see even some shades of purple in the Appalachians here for early next weekend. We basically just get the very tail end of that cold front coming through and swinging through the region. They're still hotter than average conditions all the way for most of the areas around Texas, either at or above average for all the areas around Texas and Oklahoma here for the most part. But us here in the ArkLaTex, we just catch on to just the little edge, the last little bit of a cold front there that we have heading into next week that's going to cool us down a good solid bit. And it's going to look to stay that way, actually, heading into most of next week too. So what are those highs, shall we? Well, shall we look at? Well, 90 degrees here today. Highs up to 95 on Sunday. Overall, this is the third consecutive day that we've increased our temperatures ever since our last cold front came on through, which was pleasant. And we remember we had highs only in the lower 80s. But guess what this next cold front does? It's even more powerful, even though it's actually not giving us any bits of wet weather. We'll get to that a little bit later. But we go from 95 on Sunday down to 77 on Tuesday, dropping the temperatures by a solid 20 degrees in just a matter of 2 days. It's going to be very impressive. And I know we've had 70s very sparingly over the summer, in fact, but when we've had them as high temperatures, we've had them underneath a complete cloud deck, and it's been very cloudy. That is not going to be the case with this coming work week. We're going to have 70s with sunshine continuing on. Now, future track. The one difference in this future track compared to the past couple of days is we're actually adding on a little bit of cloud cover. It's just a little bit. It is definitely not a lot. We have a slight disturbance that's actually giving us a slim chance of rain here across mainly the Texas-Oklahoma border, just off to the west side of our region. And some of that's also producing some cloud cover, which will roll into the ArkLaTex here for later today and especially for tomorrow, but not many clouds. It's just a little more shade than, I guess, nothing but abundant sunshine and blue skies of what we've had over the past couple of days. So, yeah, future track still remains barren, absolutely bone dry in for still the next 7 entire days. So, again, here's that forecast for the weekend. Nice and sunny, nice and dry, so no changes to the weekend plans here. If you have anything outdoors, go on ahead. May I suggest one thing to you, though? Look at those temperatures. 90s. Water bottle. It's going to be necessary. Keep yourself cool. Put yourself back into summer standards and be like, what do I need to go out the door for summer? If I need some sunscreen, if I need some water for hydration, if I want to maybe go to the pool, choose to make plans this weekend, just find a way to keep yourself definitely cooler here for this weekend. As I'm hoping this is the last weekend we'll have temperatures like this. But then again, I said that last weekend, so I hope. But yeah, just make sure to keep yourself cool. And yeah, watch out for those highs in the 90s, both for Saturday and especially on this coming Sunday. All right, let's get into the 7-day forecast. 90 degrees here for today. That's the wrong thing I want to do. 90 degrees here for today. It's Friday. 95 for Sunday, and then we're starting to drop on Monday. 89 is the high for Monday, but then that main cool looks like it's mainly going to happen on Tuesday with highs down to the mid-70s here for Wednesday. Again, that abundant sunshine continues on through the middle of next work week. Another crazy thing to look at. Lows getting into the 60s here for the weekend, also warming things up from the lows in the 50s that we've had over the past couple mornings. Then those are going to drop into the upper 40s, and we're going to have some widespread 40s and definitely some sweater weather waking up on Wednesday and Thursday morning. I'm certainly looking forward to it. They've been time to dust out. Steven, I believe, said on our show earlier this morning, he's already working on getting some of his own sweatshirts kind of out of the closet, out of the just dusting them off, getting them cleaned up. Whatever closet you got them in, you might want to start bringing them out. You're not going to need them soon, but definitely they are in that 7-day forecast, and something to look forward to here for next work week, especially once we get into the bulk of it. Again, by Wednesday morning, that's when we have lows down into the 40s. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We have a look at your sports forecast. Coming up after this, your local ArkLaTex teams are battling it off this weekend. We'll have a preview again coming up after this. And welcome back. Welcome back to KSLA News 12. First alert weather breakdown again. Sports time, football time. Here coming on for your weekend. It's going to be sunny all around here, so we're looking forward to some good games. Good games with also some good weather. It's the best thing of all, especially because all of our local college and NFL teams are at home this weekend. Pretty much all of them. In fact, yes, I double-checked them. All of them are at home. The only team we're not talking about here today is Louisiana Tech. That's because they played at home yesterday against Middle Tennessee, winning big time. Good big win to them. Yes, Sean. Well, you know what the score was? 48 to 21. I knew it was something big like that. I just didn't remember the exact numbers, so to speak. So, go Bulldogs. It was a good win. 2-3. 2-3. Yeah. So. Yeah, and I will say also moving forward, Louisiana Tech, I think they have a weird schedule moving forward. I think they play on Tuesday next week. But anyways, good win for them last night. So, yeah, for those of you who went out to Ruston, it was a pleasant night for that. And we got some good forecasts in store for you moving on forward. Sean's our producer, by the way, not to leave any of you out the dark. One of our people that works hard here behind the scenes to make your KSLA News 12 happen. Yeah, on our shows. All right, let's get straight into the forecast here. So Friday night, our high school football. I believe I actually heard that some of our high school teams played last night. I know they're off this week, as in like the actual classes for high schools are off this week. But I wanted to show this just in case, you have any Friday night plans in general. Maybe you're throwing around the big skin and having some football here for tonight. Anyways, temperatures for tonight are going to be lovely. Temperatures hanging around 79 degrees at kickoff or 7 p.m. By the time we get into the later night hours, it'll be upper 60s and lower 70s, especially once that sun gets down. It'll be nice. We're still maintaining low humidity levels in for today, and we've done that pretty much all work week long too, so things should be real nice, especially with those calm winds out and about. All right, so now getting into the forecasts here for your local college teams. Northwestern State still looking for their first win of the season. Texas A&M Commerce also looking for their first win of the season. Somebody's got to win. Maybe this is the chance for NSU to finally redeem themselves. It'll be very intriguing here coming into tomorrow, 2 p.m. kickoff in Natchitoches. NSU's got their home game again against Texas A&M Commerce. It's going to be a hot one, though, especially kicking off at 2 p.m. Temperatures in the upper 80s, if not maybe reaching to the lower 90s as well. So make sure, again, hydration is key, especially with these midday games here for tomorrow. By end of regulation, it gets a little bit cooler, but no chance of rain. That's the best thing of all, right? So best of luck to the Demons. As for Grambling, they take on Alcorn State, same time, 2 p.m. Saturday over in Grambling, and also similar temperatures. You can see upper 80s in store there. Still with sunshine and mostly calm winds. Almost have, again, the copy-paste forecast for you just a little bit up the road from Natchitoches. All right, last college game to go over. LSU, it's a big primetime game because this happens at 6:30 against Ole Miss. Both teams ranked in the FBS, obviously both prominent teams in the SEC. I believe both teams only have one loss as well, so tight matchup all around. You look at the stats and everything. Kickoff, 85 degrees, cooling off to 69 by the end of regulation. So maybe you might need some sleeves heading on off outside of the game afterward, but I will say during the game should be really nice. Again, no rain to worry about, which will be good. Winds will be calm, and temperatures will be pleasant. This will be a nice football weekend, I will say, in around here. All right, now getting into the NFL. Both of our NFL teams, I know, play in domes. That's obvious, yes. But if you're around the game for both Dallas, and we're going to get to the New Orleans, they'll be at home this week as well. We'll get to that forecast after this one. But yeah, the Lions take on the Cowboys here this weekend at Jerry World. It's a 3:25 kickoff time, and it is going to be a scorcher for Sunday afternoon there. So if you're tailgating, may I remind you again, especially with temperatures into the mid-90s in for October, it's going to be a little wild over there. So yeah, keep yourself cool. Keep yourself cool. I know it's going to be AC again inside, but yeah, just watch yourself in and out the door beforehand. As for the Bucs and Saints, it's going to be a lot more pleasant, especially in regards to the temperatures, especially with a noon Sunday kickoff. We'll have temperatures mainly in the 70s for your tailgating, at least there. Still no rain to worry about, and by the end of regulation, you'll be walking out to temperatures in the mid 80s. Bucks taking on the Saints in a NFC South showdown. All right, so yeah, sunshine abound, no rain to worry about. The drought still continues. Again, it's not just for here, but the drought continues for most regional places. We looked in New Orleans, we looked in Dallas. All of us pretty much in the same boat, hanging around with a little bit of a drought, honestly, in a way, from this rain. We'll see when it shows up. We're going to recap of this episode, and we'll look forward to what can we have in store for next week. Coming up after this. Stick with us. And welcome back to KSLA News 12 First Look Weather Breakdown. We've had a great work week. We had all the coverage on Hurricane Milton, especially Monday through Wednesday. I hope that helped you guys out for those with relatives over there. And first of all, I should have even started with this. I hope they're doing okay still. It's only been day 2 of kind of recovery mode from those in the path of Milton along the Florida Peninsula, whether it came to the tornadoes, whether it came to the storm surge, or the historic amount of rainfall that fell with that system. I hope everybody's doing okay. Just okay. I know there was tons of damage over there, but yeah, just hope they're hanging in there. That's all I can wish for, really, at this point. I honestly wish I could go over and help. It's one of the things I lean on the most is community efforts and community support as well, especially in times of need. So, yeah, really cool. All right. Anyways, we did that Monday through Wednesday. We also had a recap of Hurricane Helene, which is continuing to make impact on North Carolina still to this day, still 2 weeks later. And this is going to be something that lasts on for the next couple of years. It's going to be ridiculous how long this is going to be still hanging around with us. Yeah. The impacts just to the western half of North Carolina and just that entire area around the Appalachians. It's never going to be the same. It's never going to be the same. It's going to take years to fix. Years, plural. One of the things that, again, I want to hint at from yesterday is, first of all, if you missed that episode, you should go back and check it out. It was a really good episode that was put on, not just by me, but all 4 of us as part of the KSLA News 12 First Alert Weather Team put together, and that was really intriguing. Matt brought up one really good point again that I want to reiterate. He said that some of the interstates around there, I-40 and I-26, could be shut down until 2028. Just spine-boggling. And honestly, it kind of brings up the question of if major transportation, such as interstates, is shut down for that entire region. It's a huge region. For that entire region, for 1/2 of an entire state, just begs the question of how their economy is going to do. How are they going to stay connected with us, so to speak? How are they going to rebuild? All those questions still yet to be answered. I know they're getting lots of help now, but wondering where it goes from here. That's all. So, yeah. So that's my thought for that. And then today, obviously, we went over sports forecast, a little more lighthearted to end off the work week after we've been talking about hurricanes. I've realized 4 straight days before this. So yeah, looking forward to a better weekend, sunny weekend, but definitely make sure you keep yourself cool and keep yourself hydrated in the process as well. All right, so that's this week's worth of episodes. We got some cool things going on next week as well. I always like the end of Friday's episodes because as much as you get to hear from me every single day at this time, like look forward to the next episode. On these kind of Friday episodes, I give you kind of a sneak peek into everything happening next week. Not just one episode, but like a quick sneak peek into like all 5 things happening next week. It is going to be really cool. I will say that. It's going to be really intriguing. We have one huge thing, and I guess huge announcement to make with this podcast here heading into next week, and that is I will be gone and will be out of town and not here on this podcast next Thursday and Friday of next week. So, CJ, he's been on with us once a week usually. He is going to take over on next Thursday and Friday. Yeah, so that'll be cool. So really excited for him to do this solo. He's going to do a great job. He's going to do a fantastic job. You guys hype him up. You guys can do a good job of hyping him up. We do have YouTube for a reason. Again, I've mentioned most times you can chat with us on YouTube, and we can see your chats live here on air and respond to them whenever. Hype up the YouTube chat for him a little bit. Now, this coming Thursday and Friday, he's been honest with me. He's a little nervous, but he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be great at it. He'll do great. Yeah, in short, I'm going to be out of town to go do something on a personal note. But I'll be here still Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I just won't be here next Thursday and Friday. So yeah, that is happening. He's going to do a great job. In fact, next episode on Monday, both of us are going to be on together. Monday's episode is going to be TikTok Tuesday, technically. He's on for usually his TikTok segment once every week. We're going to move that segment on to Monday, just due to the weird weather scheduling next week. CJ actually doesn't work on Tuesday next week, but he does work on Monday. So he will be on the episode Monday coming up. He'll bring up his latest TikTok, and we'll discuss it. And I'm going to let him run the controls as well. So if anything goes technical difficulty-wise wrong, it may or may not be him. But I'm going to help out. It's the reason I'll be there to make sure all is good, so to speak. Yeah, he'll be great. So again, hype up the chat next Thursday and Friday. It'll be great. Weather-wise, one of the topics I do want to discuss that we will be talking about next week is the drought that has been ramping up around here quite recently. I just want to, I haven't even thoroughly examined it myself yet, but that's one of the exclusive topics we'll go into and seeing how bad that is, especially since it's expected to be dry through the weekend and in through most of next week too. So it looks like our streak of dry weather is going to be extended to 3 weeks, not just 2 or 2.5. Yeah. So anyways, that's a recap, and that's looking forward to the future here. I don't see anything on YouTube to respond to. I hope you have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday here with CJ. Thank you again for joining us. I'm meteorologist Evan Thomason. Thank you for watching KSLA News 12 First Alert Weather Breakdown. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend. And, yeah, I'll talk to you again on Monday. I'm going to go enjoy and relax some for heading back to work next week. I was going to think of something clever, but I did not. My brain is gone, and I need to relax. Goodbye. Have a good one. See you on Monday.